Hey guys, what's going on? It is your boy Switch, and today I have an absolute amazing computer build for you guys. It's an absolute beast of a PC. It'll be great if you're starting off for YouTube. You know, it's real good for editing, streaming, and gaming in general. So we're gonna get straight into it, and you have to excuse me, guys. I've got really bad allergies. I'm all stuffed up in my throat. It feels like I've been throat fucked by someone. It's real painful. So anyway, let's get straight onto it. Let's start off with the CPU. For the CPU, I've decided to use a Core i5-4460. It's not the KSQ version because I think spending that extra money is really not worth it in this case. But if you do have some extra change to fly about with, wow. If you have some extra change to use, you can go for the 4960K, I think it is, 4690K. 4690K, that's the one. You can go for that. So this one is an LGA 1150 socket going at 3.2 GHz, and it turbos up to 3.4. It has 4 cores, but unfortunately it doesn't hyperthread. It comes with Intel HD graphics, but to be fair guys, I don't think you really need it with the GPU we've got paired with it. It's really good for the money, guys. I don't see why you wouldn't really want to go for this. It is really good for streaming and for gaming, because if you go for a dual core, you know, games don't tend to utilize dual cores that much anymore. It's quite shit if you buy a dual core. So get a quad core, guys, be on the safer side. And yeah, let's get on to our fan, our CPU fan. For our fan, guys, we're using a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo running at 600 to 2000 RPM. It's 159mm, which means it wouldn't get in the way of our RAM, because also you have that big, you know, problem where if your CPU fan is tall and it's quite wide, it might get in the way of your RAM sticks. But overall, guys, this is the best bang for your buck CPU cooler. The fans can get a bit loud and installation is okay, but it may be hard for a first time builder. But overall, if you take it slow, you should be fine. For our motherboard, we're using a Asus Z97-A. It's an absolute beast of a motherboard. It's rocking an ATX form factor, a LGA 1150 CPU socket, running on the Z97 Intel chipset. The max amount of memory it can have is 32GB, and it does come with RAID support. It also has Crossfire and SLI support, and it has 4 6GB SATA connections and 1 SATA Express. It's an absolute monster of a motherboard. I wouldn't see why you wouldn't want to go for it. It's crazy OP, and for the price, you're not going to get anything better at this price point. For RAM, we're using the Kingston HyperX Fury Black 6GB. It's very visually appealing, and it overclocks pretty nicely, pretty good. It can render, I personally use it and I've done some benchmarks myself. It renders a 10-minute video that's 720p in under 2 minutes with this CPU, RAM and GPU combination. For an SSD, we're using a Kingston 120GB. It's only here for really the OS and key applications. It's a 120GB model. It has it has a SATA 6GB second port. Don't use this if you want to save money. If you want to cut costs, guys, do not get this, okay? It's kind of counterintuitive if you want to save your money. That's not you want to spend. So just don't get this if you're trying to save money, okay? Don't get this. For our mass storage drive, we're using a Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB. Runs at 72,000 RPM. It's really reliable and it's good for the money. You're not going to get anything in this price point really for this good reliability. I use it, a lot of other people use it. It's really good and OP. For our GPU, guys, we're using an EVGA GeForce GTX 960 4GB super clocked edition card. Chipset is running on a 960. It has a 4GB memory buffer. Now we're using this 4GB because if you use this and using several other monitors, it does it no problem. It's absolutely brilliant for stuff like this. It's running with GDDR5 memory, and it comes with a core clock of, get this, 1.28 GHz. For this price, without having to overclock as well, that is absolutely amazing. It tops out about 120 watts, which isn't too bad. It also comes with SLI support. It's 257mm, which means it will fit into our case, luckily. It supports G-Sync and has a DVI dual link connection. It also has 3 display ports, including 1 HDMI port. This is a really underrated card, guys, in my opinion. I've heard that this card can be overclocked to 1500 MHz. It can max out the settings on almost all the games you want to play. To be fair, the fans are super quiet and don't even come close like to being loud compared to AMD cards. They don't come close to that at all. The extra 2 gigabytes is actually worth it. You will need that because it's kind of, you know, you're only paying what, 20 to 50 pound extra for that. There's really no point in not getting it. For the case, we're using a Corsair 200 or ATX mid-tower case. It's very sleek and it's really easy to work around. The drive bays are also toolless, which means you have to use like an Allen key and all that lot. It comes with 4 2.5-inch drive bays and 4 3.5-inch drive bays, so you can always upgrade your storage in there. For the power supply, we are using an EVGA 600 watt 80 plus bronze certified power supply. It's not modular, but it does have an 80 plus bronze certification. So overall, you are gonna need this because if you ever want to overclock, you're gonna need that extra wattage. You know, you're bordering on with this build 332 watts, so you won't need, you know, that much power, but it's always good to have more than less. And if you've got extra change, guys, I would go for a 750 watt power supply just for that extra stability for overclocking. Overall, this comes to £698 and 14 pence, which is basically £700. It is an absolute beast of a machine. You know, there's loads of upgradability in the future. You can always upgrade that the CPU to an overclockable CPU. You can always upgrade the RAM if need be, and you can always upgrade the video card because it is quite a big mid-tower case, so you'll have plenty of room to upgrade. So overall, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments, and any you know, support, feedback, that's the word, would be nice. And please make sure you leave a like and let me know if you end up building this PC, because it would be nice to hear how it goes on. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.